Pompeii was a prosperous city in the Roman Empire, full of life and wealth. Its stone streets and temples impressed visitors. Merchants sold fruit and wine, while gladiators trained for fights. Houses were decorated with colorful mosaics and lush gardens. On the horizon, Mount Vesuvius seemed calm and safe. Residents lived without fear, immersed in their daily routines. Children played in the squares, and families planned for the future. The city seemed eternal, a symbol of Roman glory. However, beneath the ground, something dangerous was silently forming. Pompeii's fate was about to change forever. The inhabitants of Pompeii were proud of their culture and traditions. Parties and banquets were common among the elite. The temples of Jupiter and Apollo received daily offerings. Gladiators trained to entertain the people in the amphitheater. The public baths were meeting places for debate and relaxation. Slaves worked hard to maintain the city's luxury. Faith in the gods gave everyone security. But this confidence blinded many to the signs of danger. Vesuvius remained calm, like a sleeping giant. Roman pride would be tested by the force of nature. Lucius, the young sculptor, began his day in the workshop. Julia, the daughter of a senator, wrote letters to her beloved. In the squares, vendors advertised fresh fruit and spices. Children ran happily, oblivious to what was to come. The market was bustling with life and commerce. The sun shone on the city and Vesuvius. Everyone had plans and dreams for the future. No one could imagine that this would be the last day for many. The normal routine hid the growing threat. The silence before the storm dominated the air. In the days leading up to the tragedy, strange signs began to appear. Dogs barked incessantly and then disappeared. Birds flew toward the sky, fleeing the city. Small earthquakes frightened attentive residents. Water wells suddenly dried up. Some walls began to crack slowly. Priests interpreted the signs as trivial omens. The population ignored the warnings and maintained their routine. Danger approached unnoticed. Nature was already beginning to reveal itself. But no one was prepared for what was to come. On the morning of August 24, 79 AD, Vesuvius erupted violently. A huge column of smoke and ash rose into the sky. Incandescent rocks began to fall on Pompeii. The sky darkened quickly, turning day into night. The air became thick and unbreathable. People began to panic and flee. Roofs collapsed under the weight of the ash. Chaos took over the streets and squares. Many tried to escape by sea, but not all succeeded. The disaster had begun, relentless and brutal. Despair took hold of the residents as the ash continued to fall. Families ran to seek shelter and safety. Children cried. Mothers tried to protect their children. Soldiers tried to maintain order, but it was impossible. The hot air was suffocating and caused despair. Many were trapped in their homes, with no way out. Boats crowded the shores, but the sea was an uncertain refuge. Vesuvius continued to spew smoke and fire relentlessly. Death approached silently and quickly. The struggle for survival became desperate. At nightfall, Pompeii was engulfed in total darkness. Smoke covered the sky, blocking out the stars and moon. Lightning illuminated the gloomy scene for brief moments. Buildings began to collapse under the weight of rocks and ash. People trapped in their homes felt the end approaching. Fear gripped the hearts of those who remained. The silence was broken by screams and moans. Hope faded with each passing minute. The tragedy seemed endless and hopeless. The longest night in history was underway. During the early hours of the morning, a wave of fire and gas descended on the city. It was a pyroclastic cloud, fast and deadly. No one could withstand the heat and speed of this force. Bodies were instantly charred. Many died in each other's arms, trying to protect themselves. The city was completely buried under ash and stones. Time seemed to freeze at that fatal moment. Silence took over, sealing the destruction. Pompeii disappeared, forgotten under the earth, an eternal testimony to the force of nature. For almost 2 millennia, Pompeii remained buried and forgotten. Only rumors and legends told its story. In the 18th century, excavations brought the ruins to light. Streets, houses, works of art, and intact objects surprised the world. Plaster casts revealed the last moments of the victims. The city became a window into the past. Visitors came from far and wide to see this time capsule. The tragedy inspired admiration and respect. Pompeii became a symbol of human fragility, an eternal warning of the power of nature. Today, Pompeii is much more than an archaeological site. It is a reminder of nature's power over man. Its ruins tell stories of life and death. Each stone carries memories of the last night. Vesuvius still watches silently in the background. The city teaches us that no glory is eternal. Nature can be beautiful and cruel at the same time. We must respect its signs and act with humility. Pompeii alerts us to the importance of attention and preparation. For when the earth speaks, we must listen. Today, Pompeii is an open-air museum, visited by millions, observed with reverence. Every ruin, every painted wall, every fossilized face tells a story of beauty, pride, carelessness, and destruction. More than a dead city, Pompeii is a mirror, a warning that nothing is eternal, not even the most powerful empire, the most beautiful city, or the wisest human being.